Hi, it's me, Carrie. Today I want to talk about often, other people throughout our lives who, tell us like compliments about things, and really, it's nice to hear. However, in a way, it doesn't really help us. So in other words, when I was like, when I was in elementary school, I remember a program support teacher telling me that, that I'm special, you know, that having a disability means I'm special, you know. And at the time, it was a nice thing for her to tell me, and it was a compliment. However, in the real world, that doesn't really help, because you find it when you get in the real world, people don't really care about you so much. Having a disability is not necessarily an advantage. It can be a disadvantage because it often prevents you from being able to survive in the world, whether it's to get a job or whether it's to be able to live on your own, and just be more independent, and deal with other people. So it can be difficult when, people give you compliments and things like that, and almost put you on a pedestal like you're special, because really it's like, I don't need this. Like, okay, that might be nice of you, however, you're making my life worse, because you're just reminding me of my disability that I have, and that how difficult it is for me to get by. And in many ways, we just want to be regular. We don't want to be special. We just want to be treated because of who we are, rather than, you know, treated special because of having a disability. We want people to like us for who we are, not because we have a disability. Like, we don't want people to be, to pity us or anything. So anyways, I felt of a comparison, kind of to this. When I was recently, I've been putting together this like presentation thing that I'm going to be doing hopefully eventually. And one of the clips I'm going to be using is this clip from the movie Jack, which stars Robin Williams, and it came out in 1996. And there's a clip in the movie where, Jack is, anyways, Jack is obviously a 10-year-old boy, but he looks like a 40-year-old man, and that's pretty much what he has. So he ages 4 times faster than everybody else, and, when he gets to be an adult, he's going to look like an old man, So he's like a 10-year-old trapped inside a 40-year-old's body. Anyways, there's a scene in the movie where Bill Cosby says to Jack, he says, or Mr. Woodruff, played by Bill Cosby, says to Jack, he says, Jack, up until recently, you were my special student. You were a shooting stars. You're a shooting star amongst ordinary stars. You ever seen a shooting star? And, Jack says, well, I just want to be a regular star. And Mr. Woodruff says, Jack, you'll never be regular. You're spectacular. And, Mr. Woodruff means this as a compliment to Jack. He's trying to give Jack a compliment. He's trying to make Jack feel better about his life and everything. And Jack's really saying, I want to be a regular star. I don't want to be special. I don't want people to baby me. I don't want people to, treat me as something I'm not. I just want to be equal. I just want people to treat me for who I am, accept me for who I am, and not put me on a pedestal. And it's kind of like, how is my life better by being special? You guys are all, because it's like you're trying to sugarcoat us and make us feel better for having a challenge. And really, that's not how it really is. You're doing that when really it's making our life worse, because really, we don't want to be treated special. We just want to be treated for who we are. Like, we understand that we have a challenge. I have Asperger's, and obviously Jack had, I don't know what Jack had, but he had a disorder where he grew 4 times faster. And it's the same kind of thing. Like, you want to be treated for who you are, rather than, being special. Because that's not going to help us in the real world. When we go in the real world and all of a sudden we find out people don't care about us for who we are, and our disability often prevents us from, getting ahead, rather than, oh, we're special, like we can get ahead, we can do anything type of thing. So that's kind of how, I feel. Like, very much kind of like that. I don't want people to pity me and treat me a certain way because of my disability. I don't want people to pity me. I want people, to like me for who I am. And I mean, I'm not ashamed of having Asperger's. It's got its advantages, However, yeah, I just want people to like me for who I am and not pity me and just treat me as if you treat anybody else, The only difference is I have Asperger's. And it's the same thing kind of with every movie, with the movie I just explained with Jack, and it's like somebody who's in a wheelchair and people pity them because they're in a wheelchair. They want to be treated for just who they are, not differently because they're in a wheelchair. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say right now, so until I do another one of these, bye for now.